the prisoner secretly hides in the body bag, ending his 15-year imprisonment. After swimming ashore, Edmund heads to the Isle of Monte Cristo, where he finds the treasure using the map left by Abbe Faria. From then on, he assumes the identity of the Count of Monte Cristo and begins his path of revenge. Following Edmund's instructions, Catullus investigates and uncovers prosecutor Villefort's shocking secret. Villefort had fathered an illegitimate child with Madame Danglars and cruelly buried the infant alive in a wooden box. The midwife who witnessed this attempted to blackmail Villefort but was committed to an asylum. The mansion where the infant was buried is now abandoned and for sale. Edmund keenly perceives this as a crucial element in his revenge plan. Catullus also learns that Mercedes and Fernand have an 18-year-old son, Albert. This news deeply pains Edmund, realizing his once beloved fiancée is now with his enemy. Learning that Albert and a friend are currently vacationing in Rome, Edmund decides to use Albert as the starting point for his revenge. He instructs Catullus to return to Paris and purchase the abandoned mansion, while he and Jacopo head to Rome. They stay at the same London hotel as Albert. Upon learning that Albert is struggling to rent a carriage, Edmund sends Jacopo to pick them up in his own carriage. Edmund emphasizes to Jacopo that all actions must appear smooth and natural, avoiding any suspicion from Albert, lest his meticulously planned scheme fail. Jacopo then knocks on Albert's door, extending the Count of Monte Cristo's lunch invitation. Jacopo describes the Count as omnipotent and accommodating, leading Albert and his friend Franz to eagerly accept. Albert's face indeed resembles Mercedes, causing Edmund some melancholy. He composes himself, displaying extraordinary charisma, and engages Albert in pleasant conversation. The unsuspecting Albert reveals his itinerary and desire to meet Roman beauties. Edmund formulates a further plan based on this information. Before the festival begins, 2 criminals are to be publicly executed. He invites Albert to watch the execution. Initially uninterested, Albert accepts when Edmund offers to lend them his carriage for the carnival. At the execution site, the 2 criminals behave differently, one brave, the other too terrified to walk. They are to be beheaded and hammered respectively. Albert finds it somewhat cruel, but Edmund suggests such punishment is still insufficient for their crimes.
Imagine a man who forced you into an existence of pain and misery. Is it enough for him to feel only a few seconds of pain and no more? It'd be fairer to exert vengeance on them slowly, equivalent to the pain they inflicted on their victims.
Just as the executioner's blade is about to fall, a guard rushes in with a papal pardon. The fearless criminal is pardoned, while the other's skull is immediately crushed. Albert's composure during the execution meets Edmund's expectations, prompting him to continue using Albert in his revenge plan.